Still very wet weather here as the last of the train of lows passes through southern Ontario. We've been into on and off showers and thunderstorms for much of the week. An additional 10 to 20 millimeters for most of southern Ontario. A rainfall warning, though, a yellow level rainfall warning for up to 40 more millimeters of rain from London back to the shorelines of Lake Huron. And this is what that stretched out system looks like. Heaviest of the rain just to the north of the 416. But again, even 5, 10, 15 additional millimeters is going to lead to some pooling. That ground is just about saturated out in Toronto right now. Toronto and Region Conservation Authority with the rain this afternoon. Flooding is not expected. However, everything is running high and will continue to flow faster for another couple of days here. In addition to that, we've got dam operations that are going to be releasing water here tomorrow, and that's going to keep water levels elevated in the West Don and the Lower Don watercourses. Important information if you tend to take a walk by those water courses. It may be a good idea to stay away for the next couple of days until things settle down. And really, there's more rain coming on Saturday as well. So scattered showers into this evening. Now we're going to start talking about this fog and low cloud that has been lingering here. It was foggy last night and this morning. It is going to be back tomorrow morning. So overnight and tomorrow, full headlighting system on. Now we do have this partially clearing and dissipating outside of the 416 and away from Lake Ontario. That fog is going to linger, though, and low cloud, which will hold temperatures back. So I wouldn't be surprised if places like Barrie, Newmarket, Oshawa got to 19, 20 degrees tomorrow, but we're going to hold at about 15, 16 for Toronto, because of that cloud, that low cloud that's really just going to sit in place right through the early part of the weekend. Then we talk about Saturday's cold front. It's going to be scattered showers, slight risk of a non-severe thunderstorm right through the middle of the day. After that, we're going to dry out and eventually clear out. There will be a sharp line here between Saturday's cloud and then the clearing that is expected through the evening. With that clearing, though, we've got northwest winds and a much colder air mass coming in. So now we're starting to talk about some flurries. And I don't think this model is doing this justice. I think it's going to be a little bit more prevalent here in through Sunday, some of those wet flurries. And this is the system that's bringing us that weekend cool down and sharp weekend cold front. It is creating some significant snowfall here, prolonged snowfall across the prairies. Now, we're not looking at that, but we are looking at that sharp temperature drop by at least 10 degrees here from day to day. And then even on Sunday night, we're down to -2. So we're going to be talking wind chills. I'll show you that on Monday morning. Afternoon temperatures today, between 19 and 21 degrees. We're kind of hovering back and forth with a titch of mugginess, and it's that mugginess and then the fact that winds get lighter here through the overnight period that's going to allow all of this fog here to redevelop, and that's what that icon is, the little wavy lines. That's the meteorological symbol for fog, FYI. Visibility can at times tonight go down to 800 to 1,000 meters. Okay, so full headlighting system on. And this is it, fog redeveloping. It may start to break up a little bit here through the middle of the day, but you'll notice it really is hugging the Lake Ontario shoreline and starts coming back in throughout the afternoon. So that's why I think I'm going to hold temperatures back just a little bit, especially along the lakeshore and around to Niagara. 13, 14 degrees. 16, I'm being generous with that. We may actually hold at 14 or 15 if that fog lingers a little bit more. And you get away from the fog. This will be in the morning in Gravenhurst, but you get away from the fog, Peterborough up to 19, possibly 20 degrees. So I'm holding on to the cloud for much of the day. 15, 16 degrees at most here for Toronto. Slightly warmer if you can break out of that fog. And then we've talked about the weekend and the cool down. Morning flurries here, especially as we head across the north sections of the GTA, north of Highway 7 back to Cottage Country. And that'll continue into the afternoon and Monday morning. And Monday's high of 6 degrees is well below the average of 13. But of course, I told you I'd show you the wind chills. And by Monday morning, it is going to feel like -5 to -6 once again. So you may want to just dig out a couple more layers to wear early next week. And the trend here is for pretty much seasonal temperatures through the rest of April. I don't see another warm week like what we've had this week, where it's been well above seasonal all week long. I don't see that coming until the beginning of May.